So, in terms of the next training block, I've already explained to some of the members. This is just for all the coaches so they understand what we're doing. Um, Basically, from the first week, which was 2 weeks ago, we're going to be running through a 10-week block. The way that the 10-week block will work is we'll basically have 4 weeks to build up a base, then another 4 weeks to basically um, add in all the actualization. So we're kind of seeing like now that we've built up some muscle mass and our joints are feeling all healthy and whatnot, well, then we're going to add all of that load and try and create like more uh, basically nervous system fatigue and nervous system capacity to fire and to lift heavy load, etc. With this first 4 weeks being the building block, next 4 weeks will be where we kind of build on that. Then we'll do a little taper week um, in the ninth week, and then 10th week we'll actually do some testing. It might not be like super standard testing, like oh, we're going to build to a max, blah blah blah. Heavy. It might be like heavy double or a heavy triple, maybe something with a pause, that kind of jazz. So the members are still seeing some progress, and they still get to test themselves to some extent. Okay. Now, as you can see, Monday we're going to snatch. We'll continue snatching probably the next 10 weeks, just because very technical movement. The more touches, the better on it. First 4 weeks is obviously just technique work. We'll move from the technique work after the 4 weeks into building into some kind of progression where we're gradually increasing in weight or difficulty as we go. Then this may be subject to some change just to get or allow for everyone to have some different touches across the week. So if people don't come in on a Monday, they might get to try it on a Wednesday kind of thing. But the basic gist of things will be we'll have a grip intensive day. So just working on grip, endurance, grip strength under some kind of cyclical fatigue. So whilst you're breathing heavy to some extent, we'll have a more of a muscular endurance day. So just trying to create more enduring ability to move through muscular fatigue and clear out fatigue. So that will generally be some kind of gymnastics push or pull. We have our lower body and upper body hypertrophy days. So that's basically just trying to put on some muscle mass and also build up some strength in the joints as well and make sure the joints are healthy before we start smashing some heavy weights or adding more volume on top of that or whatever it may be. So lower body will probably start squatting again. It might be a front squat, it might be a back squat, something along those lines. We may play on with some variations as well, just for fun, and also just to try some new stuff. And same as the pressing, we might go into like something like a push press block, or maybe we'll bench or something along those lines where we're still building up some basically force production that will transfer over into our ollie lifts or into gymnastics and all that cool stuff. Then our other Metcon day, we're going to do a intensity piece. So obviously we've had that barbell cycling one last week. We had our burpee one. We've also had, or we will have another fun one next week. Maybe a little bit of gymnastics bottleneck, but it should still be fun and hard and fast. Then Thursdays at the moment is basically purely energy system work. So it's just a long interval day where we've got lots of rest for now and a decent amount of work. And then gradually it's going to progress down until we are into like a very low rest domain and a lot of like a longer aerobic interval where you can sustain your output. That will gradually build down, and then we'll probably do some kind of test at the end, just seeing like where our kind of aerobic ability is at. Fridays we'll bring in some more hinging, probably looking at a variation of a pull from the floor. It might not be like a conventional 1 rep max. Fridays we will have like some kind of competition style workout, whether that's like some high school gymnastics or heavier barbell or wherever it may be, moderate to long kind of time domain. And then Saturdays is either going to be intervals or it will be a long grind workout, which obviously everyone tends to love or seems to love. Then Sundays, we got health work paired in with some gymnastics development, which we'll also be looking to incorporate into the weeks later. And then we've also got some kind of like little CrossFit workout where intensity is high to moderate, and then like a little bit less volume than usual.